Good afternoon. Believe it or not, this is the third or fourth time I'm trying to record this. Anyway, I'm trying to have some good humor about it, and I hope that this is helpful to you all. Um, okay. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about sense words, specifically the sense words that have both action and non-action meanings to them. And this is to go along with on page 61 of grammar and context with the action and non-action verbs. This is just extra information for you. It's not something that I'm going to test you over, but it may be something you're interested in. So let me just quickly go through and explain these. So we have some sense words that can be both action and non-action, and there's 4 of them right here, and these are listed in your book as non-action verbs, but they also, each of them have an action meaning. So there's smell, feel, look, and taste. Okay, so let's talk first about the non-action meaning. So the non-action meaning means that it's a state or a condition. Basically, it's describing a thing. So in this case, I smell bad after I go to the gym. What we're describing is the smell, right? We're saying that the smell is bad. So if you think about it, smell is actually acting as just a linking word, and it's connecting me, I, and bad, but being specific about that it's my smell that's bad. In this example, we say my dog feels soft. The feel isn't expressing an action. It's just really describing my dog. It's talking about the touch, or how my dog feels when I touch him. That his fur or her fur is soft. The action meaning for each of these is actually describing an action. So if we look down here, we see she's smelling the flowers. This is an actual action, right? She's going up to the flower, she's putting her nose in it, and she's breathing in. So she's smelling. In this case, with feel, you can say, I'm feeling my dog, which means that I'm actually touching him. Okay, so the focus is on the action. So the same is true with looking and tasting. Okay, he looks, he looks angry is describing the appearance of him. The food tastes good is describing the taste of the food. But I can say I am tasting the food, meaning I'm eating it, or I'm looking at the computer, which is the action of what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the meaning of these the 2 meanings of these sense words. All right, the other another word that's sort of difficult is have, and it has both action and non-action meanings. The non-action meanings are possession, relationship, or illness. In these cases, it's considered a non-action verb. So in this case here, I have a car. Have means possession. And by possession, I mean ownership, right? I own a car, and it's non-action. So it's not going to be I am having a car, or I am owning a car. It's non-action. The other form is for relationships, right? I have 3 sons, not I am having 3 sons, because it's non-action. Or I have a cold. This is for illness. I have a cold, not I am having a cold. Okay, so for these 3 things, possession, relationship, and illness, have is non-action. However, when have means to experience something, or to eat, or to drink something, then it's considered an action. So in this case, I'm having a good time. If we look down here, these people are having fun. What we're talking about is an experience, something that they're doing. Or I'm having dinner. What we're talking about is eating, right, in this case. And so in this case, have can be an action. Okay, so think is the other one that has 2 meanings, and we have a couple of clues here. One of the clues is the word that comes after it. So we see here with that, and here we see about or of. The other clue has to do with the meaning. Okay, so let me just get into this. So when think, shows an opinion about something, it's considered non-action, and it's often followed by that. The trick here is basically you can replace think with believe, and it will make sense. It will make sense, and in that case, it's non-action. So here we have, I think that I'm the best teacher in the world. I can replace that word with believe. So I can say, I believe that I'm the best teacher in the world. I know it's not true, but anyway. But it still makes sense. So when I can replace think with believe, it's non-action. The other clue here is that think is followed by that. The other form of think that's action is showing the process of making ideas or coming up with some sort of ideas. And the clue there is that it's often followed by about or of. And the other trick is that it cannot be replaced by believe and make sense. So I'm thinking about buying a new car. So we have about here, so that clues us into it being an action one. But the other thing that clues us in is that if I replace this with believe, it doesn't make sense. So I believe about buying a new car doesn't really make any sense because believe is not describing any sort of process. Okay, so that's just some additional information for you. I'm hopeful that that is helpful for you.